Welcome to the 24th Annual U.S. Bar Table Championships. Jason Klatt taking on his opponent, Tademy. Both rated in the mid-70s. Pretty even match, 59% advantage. Fargo rate is giving Jason Klatt 59% win probability versus the 41%. It's a race to 7 alternating breaks. Just getting ready to begin the match. I'm Gennaro Vasquez, and I'm joined
I'm Bill Stock.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Well, we had a crazy match, the earlier one.
Some great shots
made
by both players in that match.
Yep.
That was just about as hard-fought a match, I think, as you're going to see. That was great play, great safeties, kick shots, bang shots, combo shots.
Yeah, and Oscar was down 6-1 and came back, tied it up 6-6, and then Sean broke and ran the hill game.
It really sort of came down to there were some breaks that looked like that Sean made where he didn't make a ball, but he didn't really leave Oscar a great leave, so Oscar had to shoot a push out or something like that.
As a couple of those.
Just goes to show the element of luck definitely does play a role even at this level.
Yep.
Using the magic rack. 10 ball, the rack requirements are pretty easy. The 10 ball has to be in the middle, of course, 1 ball in front, and the 2 and 3 have to be in either back corner. Doesn't matter which one.
Yep. And we got Mark Tad and Jason Klatt, and I believe this is the other 7th, 8th place match.
That sounds right.
Yeah, the first one, the last set with Oscar and
taking special care to make sure that rack is just right. You just get the feeling like this might be a really tightly contested match. So let's see if that plays out that way.
Yep, and the loser's done for this event. And the winner moves on. Look how
Cue ball, goes racing right up into the corner.
Oh, look at the 10 ball.
This looks like this is going to be a pretty quick game here.
Yep, it's going to be a 1 ball and then a 2-10 combo. Could be a 1-10 combo right now. 2-10's a little more
I think he's going to shoot the 2-10 personally.
Yep. Yep, game 1's pretty quick.
And of course, this is call shot, so he's calling the 10 ball. And just like that, game 1 is done.
Yep, scratching on the break is never a good thing.
Well, that was...
especially the way the ball's laid.
With that 10 ball rolling right up near the side pocket, that was a killer. Oh, that was a rough one to start out, but a lot of pools still to be played here.
That's race to 7.
But even in a 10 ball format, a race to 7 can go pretty quick. As was evidenced by our last match where he was up 6-1, and then
well, it looked like it was going to be over real fast, and then Oscar fought his way back. Where does Jason live? I know he's I think he's in the United States, from Canada.
Not really sure, to be honest.
And Mark, I'm not sure where he's residing right now. Somewhere in California, I believe. Spread him, made a ball, and
doesn't scratch.
And has a shot on the 1 on the side, but
that 3-5 looks pretty tricky.
Yeah, and he's got to get back for the 2 ball as well.
Pretty straight into the, well, actually, he's not that straight into it, is he?
Well, he's bridging out of the side, out of the corner pocket.
I don't know if he'll be able to draw it back or not. kind of does not look like it. From the angle, looks like he has a table that's going to, an angle that might bring it down table a little bit at least. Yeah, trying to negotiate, trying to negotiate that angle.
Cheat the pocket a little bit. And Mark has a similar shot, and he's jacked up over the 5 ball. And he hooked himself.
Oh.
Tough to control those shots when you're jacked up like that. He's got no choice but to kick at this 2 ball. He did call it in the corner.
Gets a hit. Now, if it goes in this, didn't quite make it in this side. If it had gone in this side, 10 ball, because that would be considered an illegally pocketed ball, Jason would have had the option of either letting him play the ball, the 3 ball from where it was at, or passing it back.
Well, what's he going to do with the 3? That's got so much.
He might be able to draw back under it. I'm not sure if he can negotiate that angle. Yeah, he might be able to draw back along the long rail back.
Play the 2 in the corner.
Yeah, play the 2 into what is our lower right corner. Draw it back. I think that's what he tried to do. Just caught just a little piece of it.
Yep. He has a bank shot, a tough bank shot.
Yeah, that's a pretty. Especially I think you might.
You play safe and bring cue ball down below, underneath the 10 and the 8 or something like that, or the 9.
It's a little tricky here trying to bank it I2, I think, because there's a possibility he could slide out that 5 in the corner if he does.
Yep, he's playing the safety. Well done.
Did he hit it? Oh, wow. How good did he hit that?
Real good. And he's got Mark kicking again.
That was a very nice speed that he hit that ball at.
Yep, he's going to kick at it and call it in the upper left corner.
Giving it some thought.
I don't see. I mean, he could kick the other way, but then he's got no chance to pocket anything.
Might be trying to consider, the leave on both shots. Like if he kicks at it one way, where the ball ends up as opposed to the other side.
Well, he's chose to go that way.
Well, he can get a fuller hit on the ball this way, coming behind it. And I don't think that necessarily came out the way he was hoping it would.
No. Can you see all the 3? He's looking like it's close.
It's. I think he can. If he can't, he can definitely spin it just a little bit to get it around it. Yeah, it does look like it just a little spin to kind of twist it around the impeding 5.
Everything's looking pretty good now.
Well, the 9 and 10 being up in the same region, definitely, once he gets from on the 6.
That's about perfect.
Absolutely. Doesn't have to do much with this one. Just pocket it, comes straight down the table a little ways, middle of the table. Where do you play the 9 ball? On the side here?
Well, I wanted to get a better angle. Yeah, I think I do because I just popped the cue ball over to the left a little bit. And if you float over a little too far, you can
always play it. It's got a little bit of a cut to it, but not too much. You should be able to negotiate that.
Yep. You gotta play it in the corner.
Very nice angle, though. Natural cut.
Yep. Just float over to the left and shoot it in the lower right corner. Jason jumps out to a 2-0 lead. And it's Mark's break.
Well, you have to feel for Mark a little bit. The first break, granted, he scratched, but set up the 10 ball right in the side pocket. And then the two shots he's had this game were both kick shots.
Both kick shots, yeah.
So it's he's been.
Yeah, he hasn't got to shoot a legitimate shot yet.
No. Well, you see Fargo rate 95% win probability for Jason Klatt in this race to 7.
Yeah, there's about a 90-point difference in their Fargo rates. Although Mark at a 663 is a very capable player.
Well, that's a good player. 663 is a good player.
But he needs the balls to cooperate for him a little bit. Keep the cue ball on the table. Of course, he got kicked in. I mean, you know.
Right. And there's only so much you can do. It actually happened in the match yesterday with Jason Klatt. A couple times he stopped the ball right dead in the middle of the table and it got kicked in.
Yep.
Mark more of a, I guess, less controlled than Jason Klatt.
Yeah. Well, he didn't make anything. Left a good shot on the 1 to start with. And he'll come down towards the 2 and probably play the 2-4 combo.
I would think so. I don't think that I don't think that 2 passes the 4.
No, and then the 2 ball will just, you know, float over towards the bottom right corner, and the cue ball will be sitting right there, so he should be fine. And the 3's right there as well.
Well, the cue ball will naturally sort of gravitate up toward where the 2 ball you would think will end up.
Yeah, it should line up pretty good if he hits with the right speed. Ooh, he missed that pretty bad.
Yeah, he definitely, that 2 needed to be cut and...
hit it full in the face.
Yeah, he did. Maybe trying to negotiate the angle a little bit for the leave.
That ball skidded a little bit on him.
But he got that nice roll.
Yeah.
When you roll a ball real soft like that, the pocket will sometimes just be more receptive to it. So.
He would have liked to have been straight on that 4.
Yeah, I think he's okay here. He's just got to come out just a little bit to go in the side pocket.
Going a little wide.
Oof. Well, might have got a little bit of a roll there where at least it didn't open up completely. I don't think Jason can make that make the 4 ball.
No. No, he's going to try to play
I see a safety in the future here.
Yeah.
Going to come behind it. Try to freeze that cue ball right on that 8. And I think he got it.
Hook him,
yeah, he's hooked.
Not froze on the 8, but he definitely hooked him. I don't know if Mark's going to call it ball somewhere or just try to play a good save. Kick the 4 ball to somewhere where Jason can't make it.
Well, this will be Mark's 3rd shot and or 4th shot. Most of them been kicks. So. That was a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
That was a very good shot.
I think Jason can see the 4 ball, but he has no pocket.
Well, I think he can hit the full 4 ball, but
There's no pocket. He could play the combination, I suppose. I'm thinking he'd probably try to play safe. Not sure where.
Yeah, how do you do it? I guess we'll find out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he could see enough of it. That was a very fine shot.
That was
there.
a very nice shot as well. Yeah. Well, I mean, this ball could be jumped if he elects to do that. It is near enough to the corner pocket where a jump might be something heavily considered.
Well, he's kicking at it.
Are you a jumper or a kicker?
I'm a kicker.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, he called it there. And he's looking to maybe slide it underneath that 6 ball and spin it down
That
towards the
is
4. That's a tough
not
shot.
an easy shot. Oh, he got a hit. Oh, yeah.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, that is.
Thought he would have had a better chance to make it if he would have kicked the other way. The scratch would not have been there for sure.
Well, and he could hit it fuller on. You know, it's. I think most players, when having their druthers, they would rather, if they're going to kick at it, be able to hit the ball fuller face than not. Jason Klatt trying to keep the hammer down here.
Yep, and he's going to have a really good angle on the 8 ball to come up to the right of the 9 ball, lower right. Unless he comes too far. And I think he might still be able to cheat the corner a little bit.
I don't know. Does he go forward or try to draw it back here?
I think he's going to go draw, but he's going to go to the side rail and
the long
back.
rail and then come back.
He wants to land right about where he's standing. Just about like that. Probably a little more angle than he wanted, but it's okay.
Oh, these guys make shots like that look so easy, though.
Well, 3-0. And Jason's break.
It's the second day of action here at the 24th Annual U.S. Bar Table Championships. This is the 10-ball competition. We have 9-ball players warming up in the background.
Yep, they'll be starting tomorrow.
And 8-ball starts on Wednesday?
Thursday. Yep.
Lots of great action for you to catch here.
Yeah, we'll have a full day of 9-ball tomorrow, and we'll also have the men's final, the 10-ball tomorrow.
Excellent.
And I believe it's scheduled for 2 o'clock, maybe? You'd be able to look at the brackets online, and you can go to CTS on demand and view the brackets. And the 9-ball draw will probably be up tonight about 10-ish. Good spread. Something went. And I'm not sure if it shot on the, you could play the 1 to the 2.
Oh, he's got the 1 ball in the lower left corner.
Does it go past the 3?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it does.
Or the 5, whichever that ball is.
That's the 3 ball. Yeah, sometimes it's a little difficult to tell the colors of the ball
yeah, it's a 3.
from the screen.
But yeah, if it passes, that's definitely the shot.
I don't know if he's if he's considering cutting it in the side, or he's just looking at the angle, I think,
Yeah.
to try to see. It is a little bit of a funny angle.
I
He's
would,
cutting away from the pocket, which never makes it easier.
yeah, I don't think he'd be playing it. Boy, you know what? I think he might be.
Yeah,
The way
he was looking at lining it up there.
yeah, he's playing it to the side, it looks like.
Well, I think he wants to get on the top rail if he can. He's
Yeah.
worried about the angle to the two ball, which is because if he shoots the one, he could end up on the long rail and kind of have a. That's what I would guess he's thinking.
Just the way he's cueing it, it sure looks like he's going to the side.
Now it looks, yeah, you're right.
He's not sure what
I
he
think
wants
he's
to
trying to
do.
figure out what he wants to do here.
Yeah, now he was thinking about playing the 1-2.
So this is the difference between a player this caliber and most of the average players. Most average players would just get down and pull the trigger,
Yeah.
and he wants to make sure and be decisive when he goes to shoot.
Now he's back to.
And it looks like the side pocket to me. He's
He
still
can't-
not sure.
Can't make up his mind. Oh, I just don't understand the jack up though. But
That looks like a safety. He's going to try to draw it under those balls or something.
no, he
Wow.
ended up playing the combination.
Yeah, he did. Interesting.
Yeah, I was surprised he hit it that hard.
Just didn't like just must not have liked that
Yep.
that angle to the corner or side.
He's gonna have to hit this with some speed to go over and back.
Well, and just the right speed
Yeah.
because he could definitely pop off and come back out to the middle of the table, which would make that three a much tougher shot.
You got to watch the side pocket too.
Absolutely. Glad he's shooting it, not me.
Well, he's just playing safe there. Okay. Well, the ball does bank between the 9 and the 10.
Hard to see if he was playing safe or maybe it just, I don't know. Didn't hit it very hard, did he?
No. I think he was playing the safe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and Mark did call the one ball cross corner. Nope, he caught.
But is he going to get behind the? Oh,
Well,
he's behind the 9. I can't tell if the cue ball passes by that 3 ball or not.
you mean to catch the right side of
I
the
don't-
one? No, I don't think so. Well, I don't know what can he.
He's going to
spin
come
that
off
back?
He's going to come off the rail, and I think he's going to try to hit to what is our right and spin off the rail and hit it maybe.
Well, that's what he was looking at, but that's an awful lot of spin there.
That is an awful lot of spin. It's not a great kick shot, like a one rail kick or anything like
Yeah.
that, though. So that's definitely what he's going to do. He's going to try to spin it off the end rail.
Nope. Caught the 9 ball. Okay, well, Mark has an open table here. He's probably got to feel like this is a must run out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and a chance for him to really, I mean, this could be sort of a turning point, because he's coming up here and has a chance to run this out. And
The only real problem I see is that 8 ball's in a funny spot.
it is, especially from where the 9 ball is. It's it's an awkward.
And then you got to go from the 8, to the 9.
I think the 7 ball to get to the 8 ball, depending on how this plays out here. Well, he has basically a couple of options. He can play the cue ball and try to get nearly straight in to play it down to the right, lower right corner, or you can get on the other side of it and play it past the side pocket, which
Yeah, you always hate
that
do
is nobody's favorite shot.
Well, if it's froze, then it's really much more difficult.
I think he's going to try to go on top of it, play it down past the side pocket.
Well, I think I would check to make sure that the points aren't sticking out before,
Oh, wow.
but he's
Yeah.
going to do that way.
Yeah,
I think that's a safer way.
it was.
Yeah.
The big trick there was getting straight enough to be able to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to, oof.
That's all right. Worked out. Well, 3-1. Mark's break.
Well, before that game, a 98% probability of a Jason Klatt victory, according to Fargo rate. And it looks like his odds, well, improved a little bit.
A little bit.
From
95 to
did
5.
Marks
Yeah,
from
yeah.
95 to 5. But if he can break and run this,
He's right back in it.
absolutely. Yeah, that was too bad.
Balls are wide open. Yeah, you got to keep the cue ball in play. And you spread them nice and made a ball. Jason,
4 ball is,
I don't know if it passes a 6 or not.
I don't think it does, but he is going to shoot the 1 ball, obviously, to clear that out so you could go from the 3 and then play the 4 in the pocket where the 1 area where the 1 is now.
Yeah, he's just trying to map it out in his head how he wants to go about it. So I'm betting he's already got a plan on how he wants to get to that 4 ball.
Oh, yeah. And it might go by that
Yep.
6 in the corner. If it's maybe half pocket,
Yeah.
that'd be about it, though, if he's got half a pocket.
Well, we'll find out right now what his plan is.
He might bring it up and play it in the side. That's what I'm guessing here.
I think that's probably the safest way to go.
Bring the cue ball
Yeah.
up near that far pocket. Just play it in the side.
Yeah, he's going to land pretty good on this ball. Yep.
I'd call that pretty good.
Yeah, now all he's got to do is stop the cue ball now, and he'd be straight in on the 5. Yeah, they look really good now. Might have to leave an angle on the 7 so he can go over to the other side of the 9. Can't tell. Maybe the 9 passes the 10. I don't know.
Well, you know he definitely wants to finish this off because it's his break next. This would be, he could put himself in a commanding situation with that. I think he got pretty straight here. I don't think he was gave his head a little shake, but.
Yep. Well, we're going to know right on this shot whether the 9 passes or not. It must.
Now, he gave himself a nice angle. I think he could still come out, too, if he really wanted to do it. He could force it.
Yeah. I think he thinks it goes, and he's just going to stay right in that area. I think.
You're probably right. That does look like that's the way he's going.
Oh, no, he went. These guys are so smooth.
That was a nice stroke.
Yeah, it was. And he's going to take a 4-1 lead with the break. Yeah, that's 2 scratches on the break for Mark.
Yeah.
It's cost him both times. Yeah, the first one was a 2-10 combo. That was a hanger.
That's right. Yeah, that was
the first game.
an extremely quick game. It
Yeah.
was almost in a way like spotting a game. And then there were a couple of those early games too where Mark, his first couple of real shots after the break were kick shots.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Luck can be rather cruel sometimes, depending on how it goes. But, on the other side of it, Jason has also played very controlled.
Yeah.
He has not, to his credit, he has not really just turned it over to give Mark an opportunity to get, back on it.
True. Well, Jason's percentile went up to 98% to win this match. But, the first match we did with Oscar, at one point, Sean was in the 98 percentile.
Had a 6-1 lead in a race to 7.
And it ended up 6-0.
Oh, wow. Talking about Lady Luck, that was not...
Yep, it got kicked in, spread him good, made a couple balls. And you got to figure Mark has to get out here. I don't think the 2 goes in the side. He's just going to have to pull back and shoot the 2 in the upper right corner. Yeah, he's looking to see if it goes in the side, but I'm pretty sure it does not.
Well, you're not going to get this far in the tournament by, if you're not playing well. So he's, he must be hitting them pretty well. Let's see what he decides to do. It might go in that side, but I think he's going to draw it back anyway for the corner.
Play it in the corner, yeah.
That seems to be the sure way to do it.
He landed on it.
Yeah,
good.
that's really nice.
It looks like he's going to draw back and play in the side, maybe. You want a little bit of angle so you can get to the 5. Looks like he can go high left. And
you just come back out to the middle of the table and make the 5. It's close enough to the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of float down to this half of the table. I suppose you should probably play the 6 ball first, though.
Yeah. Before the 7.
Before the 7, yeah. Gonna play it down to the corner. Oh.
It stayed up. Wow. That's going to hurt. There's Mr. Mike Massey's in the house. He's playing 9 ball.
Did you know Mike Massey, quite the karaoke singer? I saw him at the Windy City Open one year, and he was really...
Well, I'm sure he is, because he's a good singer to begin with. He plays the guitar, too. He's got his own songs. Every once in a while, he'll put on a little impromptu concert in the tournament
A man
room.
of many talents.
Yep.
Well, Jason making quick work of the rest of that rack.
Yep, and it's 5-1, and it's Mark's break.
Well, he already had a 98% chance,
Now
so...
he's up to 99. Can't be 100 till it's over.
Well, Mark would certainly like to drop that percentage down a
Mm-hmm.
little bit at least.
Yep.
He's had some trouble with the break. He scratched a couple of times.
Yeah, we're going to have Sean Wilkie and Minnie Calabresi in the next match.
Well, that'd be a good match.
Yep.
Well, he makes the ball, does not scratch, sets up the one ball. Oh,
Jacked up. But even so, he just rolls that in. The 3 ball's in pretty good spot. Now, I'm not sure if you have to play the 5 on the side, or will it? I don't think it'll pass the 8.
yeah, I don't think it passes the 8 either, but I think it is accessible to the side.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to play the 3, then go up table for the 4 and come back for the 5. Just draw it all the way back up.
Mm-hmm. That'll work.
Yeah, you can't hit it much better than that.
No, that's really good.
That was perfectly controlled.
Ooh.
Might have hit that one a little lighter than he meant to.
Yep.
Because he's got to get back up table for that 9, so.
Yeah, he's going to bank it. Easiest way to get the cue ball.
Yeah, he says, I'm a 663. I can bank that ball.
Yep.
So there we go.
All right, it's going to be 5-2.
Oh, there we go.
Jason's break.
This is the 7th, 8th place match.
Yes. And then the next one will be a 5th, 6th place match. The next 2 will be 5th, 6th place matches. And it looks like Mr. Dwayne Payne has finally made an appearance.
Well, hello to you. I'm Gennaro Vasquez along with Bill Stock. It's the 24th Annual U.S. Bar Table Championships. Jason Klatt with a 5-2 lead.
Yep.
Race to 7.
And Jason's breaking.
Oh, he
made a ball.
makes that ball on the side virtually every time.
And he's got a really good looking table here. Get on the 2. Probably wishes he doesn't have the angle on the 1 that he has.
Can slip. I think he can slip right past that 4. Come around a couple, maybe 2 rails, 3 rails for the 2 ball.
Yeah, I think so too.
But you're right. You would have probably rather that 4 ball was not there.
Can't tell.
I think
like
he's
drawing.
drawing. Yep. Doesn't want to risk toying with that ball, and he might have hit that a little light.
Wow, he hooked himself.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Could this be a turning point for Mark to
Very possibly
get back in this thing? Run this out?
Yep. Well, Jason,
with a chance to break and run?
Yep, Jason called it in the bottom right corner. He's going to kick it 1 rail to the side rail and try to kick it in.
Yeah, you figured he was going to hit that with some speed because he wanted he wanted that 2 ball to not set up right in front of the pocket in case, didn't work out. So he probably just plays the 2 ball here. There's a potential 9 ball carom off the 2, but I think he just plays it straight in.
I would think so.
That was a nice shot.
Yep, fired it in there. These balls were laying real good. 7 to the 8 to the 9 to the 10 are just, ooh.
Little late. I mean, he's got a makeable shot.
Yeah. Could have been easier, though.
Yeah. Got the right angle. I mean, if he pockets the ball, just kind of got to cinch the ball here, and then he can.
Yeah, well, don't get over on that rail. Okay.
Oh, I think he's okay.
Yeah.
Again, a little too much angle, though. Well, he's all right. It's more angle, I think, than he'd like.
Yeah, he just has to cinch this ball. He'll have shape.
Well, quite a turn of events here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's going to get back to 5 to 3, and he's going to be breaking.
Oh, Jason broke, and those balls spread out so nice, and
Yep.
just kind of didn't negotiate that one shape play just enough, and
I think it would have been easier to go forward on his shape to the 2.
I think so. But as you were saying, that that 4 ball was sitting up near the pocket, and it just
Maybe he
was
didn't think he could get past it by going
just
forward,
enough for why mess with that when I can just do this. But be that as it may, it's Mark has a prime opportunity to climb back into this match.
Yeah.
At one point, Jason had a 99% Fargo rate probability. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, still 95 to 5 according to Fargo rate, but
Yeah.
it feels closer than that.
Yeah.
And he
made the 8 ball.
He did make the 8 ball. 1 ball is not a great shot, though.
No.
1 ball is not a great shot. I think he just kind of maybe hit the edge of that ball and float down to the end rail down here.
Yeah.
Kind of push the 1 ball against the rail. But you could open it up here, too. If you don't hit that the right speed.
Be careful.
Yeah, you could open that thing up.
Well, he hit it at a pretty good speed, but he did leave a shot. That one does go up in the corner.
And you would think it would be likely that if he can pocket this one, he would have a shot at the 3 ball.
The 2 ball?
The
Isn't
2 ball?
that the 2 along the right rail up
Yeah,
there?
it is.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot the 3 first. Oh, he was just ducking.
Oh, that was a great shot.
Yeah.
I thought that was the 8 ball up there.
This is a tough hit here. It's going to go to the end rail, to the side rail, underneath the 6. He called the 1 ball in the corner pocket where he's standing. Well, we got the hit out of it, and he might have got
Oh,
save
wow.
here.
Yeah, that is. I think that ball could be made off the rail.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to call a ref.
I would think so. But, he might just try to go for a fuller hit and kind of hit behind it and kick it out too. Well, let's see.
I don't know. They haven't even really considered. He's going the other way, which will be
Much clearer.
a lot easier hit, and he'll probably try to just punch the 1 to the other side of the 9 ball and leave the cue ball sitting right there, I'm guessing.
Well, this is an important game.
Yes, yes.
This is an important game. You don't want to just cede control of the table over to the other guy. So
Just like that. Nice shot. Very nice shot.
it's a tricky hit too, because the 5 ball is sitting in such a way that I don't really know how you. I don't know if you can play it off the rail to be able to do it, even spinning it.
Yeah, I don't think. It's in a tough spot here.
He might have to go on the other side of the 9. Oh, obviously, he thinks he can. He's thinking about the possibility of spinning it off that rail, but that 5 ball is sitting awful large there, isn't it?
Yeah. Sure is. Especially when you look at the table through the window here, it's even
Yeah,
more
it's a little
so.
harder to see
Yeah.
on the screen, but through the window, it looks.
It's a huge 5 ball there.
Yeah.
He's going to try to spin around the 9 ball and avoid the
Well,
5.
he's going to try to. I mean, the only hope he could do would be to try to hit it on that long rail, kind of reverse it to be able to come into the 1 ball. And now he thinks that was more accessible than I thought it was.
Well, that ended up pretty good under the circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason's just going to send the 2 ball across.
Try to maybe get the cue ball behind the 9.
Exactly. That's pretty certain. Just like that.
Oh,
Nicely done.
gosh, that is a. Oof. That is life with no hope of parole there.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in.
Because now, again, the 2 ball's sort of in the natural angle toward the 1 ball.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he might be trying to put a little reverse spin on it there.
No, he missed it. That was not an easy shot.
No.
Ooh, you gotta watch out with that cue ball. As a referee, it makes me nervous, guys. Start popping that cue ball around like that.
Well, 3 to the 4, and then you're probably home free.
You would think so. Have to go back up table for the 5.
Yeah.
But the 6 is sitting in a fairly accessible spot. Yeah, it's a little tricky because now does he try to draw under the 4 or?
Well, I'm not sure if he can actually. Maybe he can.
Or he might have to just float it forward and play the 4 all the way down.
He could. Or he might just go 3 rails forward and come out to where he is now. No, he's going to play it a little safer. He's got a little straight.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that's that is he's going to have to pop this ball and try to come off that long rail.
He's not real thrilled about
this. No, he's definitely has the wrong angle to move downward for the 5 ball.
I would like to try to play shape off this into the short side of the 5 ball.
Well,
send the cue ball.
You got to hit the ball.
He's got to draw out of there.
Oh, how good was that shot?
That was a beautiful shot. If he doesn't get hooked behind the 9.
He's okay. He has to kind of play around the 9, but oh, how good was that shot?
That was really good.
What a stroke.
No justice on getting jacked up behind the 9.
No. But he really stroked that ball nicely. Comes out a little 2-railer to leave himself a little downward angle for the 7 ball to get to the 9.
Yeah. I want it to be a little straighter, but that's still pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's okay. He might elect to go out that long rail and back across, play it on the short side. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think so. I think
He might not have to do that.
He'll be able to go forward a little. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Minimize the cue ball movement.
Yep. He can play either side of the 10 here, whichever he feels best.
And looks pretty likely he's going to be on the hill.
And breaking.
And breaking.
Yep. It's your break, Jason. Trust us. It's your break, Jason. Mark broke first. Odd number. There you go. You can't take a timeout. It's not your inning.
Correct. Yeah, you have to take a timeout. The rule is that you may take a timeout on your turn at the table.
Mm-hmm. Between games or during the game if you choose.
That is correct. However, you still can't, even if it's between games, but it's your opponent's break.
It has to be your break. To
correct.
Be able to do
yeah,
that.
You're next at the table.
Yep. Well, we're back to the 99 percentile here. Made a ball. And has a shot on the one.
Yep.
But he's got...
It goes in the side.
Yeah, he's got a bad angle to go get back to the 2, but he'll have to jam this in and come around.
That's a pretty steep angle to come at that side pocket.
Yeah, he'll spin 3 rails and get somewhere in the neighborhood where his cue ball is now, or on that line anyway. I'm guessing. They don't always do what I think they're going to do. Or he could just do that.
Yeah.
He's got the 9 ball hanging.
He kind of chose to sort of cinch it in a way and just take his medicine, as they say, with the 2 ball.
He called the 9, so.
Right. Combination here. Just played nice kind of pocket speed.
The 2 will be sitting right there.
Mm-hmm. Two ball should come out to the middle of the table for decent shape, you would think.
Better not go too far.
He's okay. Just got enough of it. But just enough of it is enough of it. So.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you want to go between the cushion and the 7, or do you want to spin out of there 2 rails?
Boy, I think I would try to get on that long rail. But, if he does come back down, it's a real nice natural shape to try to get to the 5 from there. If you go to long rail, a little tougher route to the 5, I think. What do you think?
I'm not sure that he can go either way he wants because the 2 ball's pretty close to the center of the hole. I'm not sure what he's going to do. Yeah, my first thought is just go between the 7 and the rail.
Right, because that gives a little easier access to the 5 ball from there. Now he can just sort of do a little nip draw.
Yeah, draw towards the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in pretty good shape here. Well, he did it a little different, but same result.
That might be one of those situations where you're like, this ball's, I don't want to get behind it. So you're just like, okay, I'm just going to nudge it just to make sure it moves.
Yep, he's fine.
Yeah.
He'll probably go 2 rails. Could go straight up at the 7, but
Looks like he's
whatever
drawn
he
it.
feels better with.
2 rails,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a little easier to control. That 2 railer is pretty easy to control. Now you just don't want to float up too far and lose your angle at the side.
He's going to draw it back and play the 8 and a side, yep.
Yeah, he's fine. That should be it. Probably draw to the end rail and shoot the 10 in the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that.
And there's your final.
Another one in the books, and we will be back in about 30 minutes for our next match. Thanks, Gennaro.
Thank you,
Enjoyed
Bill.
it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
See you soon.
Thank you.